Welcome everyone. My name is Nicole and today we have about a 45-minute twisting yoga class. So like our normal yoga class, we're just going to try to incorporate twist into more of the postures. We will begin seated. So whenever you're ready, let me just mention we are at Arivaca Lake. It's a beautiful spring day and water in the desert is it's just special. And if you live somewhere where there's water all the time, like you get used to it, right? But it's a rare sighting. And so when we call this a lake, might be more like a pond to you. But it's a lake to us and it's beautiful and it's water and we love it. And hopefully there'll be some nice birds and fish jumping and all the things. So now that that's, let's go ahead and begin seated. Try to sit evenly, maybe shift side to side, grow a little taller. Roll your shoulders onto your back, rest your hands on your thighs. Maybe sit up on something if you feel a twerk in your knees. And let's begin some breathing now, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out. And if you'd like to set an intention for the class, you can bring your hands to heart center, press the palms together, and maybe just call a word or anything to mind that you'd like to see more of in your life. Love, patience, peace, anything that calls to you. And drop the hands. And we're going to look to the left and drop our nose to our left armpit and breathe deeply into the side of the neck. And inhale, come up, back through center. Look to the right, drop the nose to the right armpit and breathe here. And now come back and through center, taking a breath in. And then let your ear just drop to your left shoulder. Let gravity do the work. No need to force anything. And then now back to center and off the other way. Breathing deeply. Now back to center. And then we're just going to take a simple twist off to the right. Nothing crazy, not very warmed up yet. We don't need to, just a gentle look over the right shoulder. And then back through center and gently twist it the other way. And back through center. And place your hands on your knees and we're going to cat-cow in a seated position here by a C-shaped back or a little cat. And then pulling, arching through for cow And then just rock back and forth a few times with your breath at your own pace. And then at center, we're going to prepare to come onto all fours. From all fours, wrists are under shoulders, hands are bright and active, toes are curled under, knees are under hips. So we're going to prepare to twist here by opening our right hand to the sky and then threading it through, dropping the shoulder, head, and rolling the upper body open, keeping the pelvis level. Breathing. No. Come back. Roll it out, shake it out, and come back to a neutral. And then it's the opposite way. Left hand to the sky, open up, and then thread it through. Drop your shoulder, head. Use your right hand. Roll your heart open to the right. And we're going to try to keep your core engaged, keep your pelvis level, and just be rolling open through the heart, upper back. And then come on out and meet back on all fours. Shake it out, roll it out. And then we're going to prepare to come into downward dog by lifting the knees, shifting the hips back, and pressing those hips high. Bending the knees a whole bunch, looking between the hands, making sure that they are clawing, they are bright and active, and they are pressing down strongly to lift my hips as high as possible, and then dropping my head. And very lastly, working towards straight legs, but it's not very important. And breathing here. I'm gonna bend your knees, look forward between your hands, step, walk, jump. Inhale halfway, look up. Use blocks here if you need. And then exhale, fold. Feet can be together or hip width apart. And then bend the knees. Inhale. Fingertips all the way to the top. And exhale. Lower your hands down by your sides. And now heads down, fingertips touch. We're going to prepare for chair pose. Squeeze the thighs together, lift the hands high, and press the palms together, or just keep your hands apart, and then begin to shift more weight back into your heels. Really try to stay lifted in the spine instead of coming forward so much. Try to stay high. And then go ahead and bring your hands to prayer. Breathing in. Twist your right hand back. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hand twist back. Inhale to center. Several more rounds. Last time on your left. And then fold over your legs. Bend the knees as much as they may need. Inhale, halfway look up. And Go ahead and ragdoll, grab opposing elbows, let the head hang heavy, and breathe. Inhale, halfway look up, and we're gonna step back into plank. Core engage, lower the knees if you would like. Pressing out strongly through the hands, so not collapsing in the shoulders. And then with control, elbows in, shoulders lifted, chaturanga, all the way to the earth. Elbows under shoulders. Thanks for a moment, just to pull a little more length into your low back. Pick one leg up, reach it back further, set it down. And the other leg, set it down. Take a deep breath in and out. And then place your hands on your shoulders, and we're gonna roll a little fluid cobra here. So just roll one shoulder and then the other. Inhaling up and exhaling down. It doesn't have to look perfect. Just try to make it feel nice. And then go ahead and rest for a moment. With your forehead on your hands, take a deep breath in and out. And breathing in, feel your belly expand into the earth. And exhale. Hands on your shoulders. Press back into all fours. Toes curl under. Lift the knees and press back into downward dog. Take a moment, find your stance. And then we're gonna prepare for a little down dog twist here. So left hand is gonna make sure you put your weight in your right hand and you feel strong here. Really press out and then reach that left hand through to grab for your right ankle. And then maybe look up under your armpit. Breathe. And then back to center. Re-center. Re-lift those hips high. And then place the weight in your left hand and reach your right hand to the outer edge of your left ankle. And you look up under your armpit. And then come back to center. Those hips high. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And shift forward, core up through between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Squeeze those legs together, lift up. Press out that back heel strongly. Hands above or in prayer, anywhere you like. Keep breathing and keeping your legs engaged. And then now drop your left hand down, and you can lower that back knee if you'd like, or keep it lifted. And then open your right hand to the sky, a little twist here. And then come down, drop that left knee, press through your front heel, half splits. Inhale, get long, chin lifts, and exhale, fold. And then come forward, lift your back knee off, and we're gonna pivot our feet to the long edge of the mat. Toes are pointing to the long edge. Inhale, halfway look up. You can have a little bend in the knees. Try to keep your hamstrings engaged. Exhale, fold. Give me on blocks here too. Just keep breathing. Now halfway look up. And then pivot to the back edge of your mat, left foot in front. And we're gonna squeeze, lift into high lunge now with the left foot in front. Pressing out our back heel strongly. You can have your hands above or at heart center. Breathe here, work those legs. And then come over your front foot. You can leave the back heel lifted or drop that. Right hand down. Left hand to the sky for a little twist here. And then lower your hand, that back knee, press through your front heel to really engage and pull that left hip back to square it, to come down into half splits. Inhale, get long. You can have blocks here and fold and breathe. Inhale, come forward, lift that back knee, and go ahead and step back into plank. And then go ahead and lower elbows in all the way to the earth, and then rolling your shoulders up and onto your back. Press to your hands, spread your knees as wide as the mat, toes touch, and then go ahead and shift your hips back towards your heels for a little child's pose for a moment. Rest your head on the earth or a block. And breathe. And then inhale, come back onto all fours. And we're gonna press back into downward dog. Hips high, and breathing. And then raise your left leg to the sky. Really stretch out through your toes. And then knee into navel. Step through between your hands. Pivot the back foot open some. And then inhale to warrior two. Really extending the arms out. Roll them down onto your back, and then looking down, I can see my big toes, my thighs are rolling open. And then reaching your backhand on your back leg, up and over, reverse warrior. Then coming back up to warrior two, straightening your front leg, and then reaching out, 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 over, dropping your hand on your ankle, shin, a block for triangle, and then rolling your shoulders open, your heart space open, raising that right hand high. And then coming back up, warrior two. And then we're gonna shift to the long edge once more, kind of set up for goddess pose here. So turn those heels in, squat down low, hands at heart center, and breathe. Maybe sway side to side, find your center. Drop your hands to your inner thighs. Drop your left shoulder. Twist your upper body open. Come through center. And drop your opposing shoulder. Twist the other way. And then point both your toes towards the long edge of the mat. Knees bent. Get blocks if you need. Left hand under your face. Roll open. Twist. Right hand to the sky. Maybe look up. If your neck's bothering you, you can always look down. And then switch. Right hand under your face. Left hand rolls open. And both hands back down. And if you'd like, you could just fold here or clasp the hands behind the low back and let your wrists come overhead and breathe here. And then release the hands, inhale halfway, look up, and then we're gonna pivot back to the front of our mat into plank. And then go ahead and elbows in, shoulders lifted lower, chaturanga. Press down strongly through the hands, lift up, collarbones bright, upward facing dog, knees lift. Exhale, roll over the toes, press the hips high, downward dog. And breathing. Now, go ahead, raise your right leg to the sky, and knee into navel, step through, drop the back foot open, warrior two with the right leg now. Thigh rolling open, arms extending straight out. And then back hand down the back leg, reverse warrior. And coming back up into warrior two, straighten the front leg and begin to shift forward, reaching out over that front leg, out. So you can't come any further. And then dropping the hand on a block, the earth, your shin, rolling open through the upper body. Looking up or down if your neck's bothering you. And then bend that front knee, warrior two once more. And then go ahead and come down over that front leg and shift into plank, down into chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. Good work. Take a few breaths here, lifting those hips high. Go ahead and lift your left leg to the sky. Step it through between your hands. Lower your back knee. Move your left foot off to the outside edge of your mat. And you can keep that back knee lifted or lowered. Play with how you think. How does it make you feel? You can also be up higher on blocks here. Or if you'd like to come down, and breathe several breaths here. Keep energetically pulling your left knee into your body. Don't just let it hang there. And then if you've come down, come up some. Weight in the right hand. Kick the back foot in. Grab a hold if you can, or lasso it. And then from here, we're gonna twist open. So using your foot in your hand as like a bow to kind of help you arch back and open. You can come back onto your forearms now if you feel inspired to do so. And then release. Come on out. Press through your front heel once more. Half splits. And now halfway look up and then fold. And then we're going to inhale, come forward, lift the back knee, and we're going to pivot to the long edge of our mat and do a little skandasana here. So either stay high, just bending for one side and then the other, or come lower, or lift the hands. However you want. Move at whatever pace calls to you. Just gently get into your hips here. Inhaling and exhaling as you lower. And then pause at one side. I'm not uneven, I'm kind of at a slant here, so let's see. And if you'd like to do the bind, reach around, or you could just reach one hand out along in front and then open like so. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. And this hand comes around and behind, and you bind this way. or you don't worry about a bind, and you just extend this right hand out and open. You know, or if you're up higher, that might look like just, you know, just opening up. Okay, and then we're gonna pivot back to the front of our mat and step back into plank. Open our knees as wide as the mat. And pause once more in child's pose, resting the forehead down and taking some deep breaths. And then inhale. Come on up. And begin to scooch back. And go ahead and shift your hips off to the left. And we're gonna draw our right leg around. And you can extend that bottom leg out along the floor if your knees are bugging. No worries. And just take a moment to sit evenly and sit tall. And then place your right hand behind you, left hand to the sky. Twist, hook, and re-straighten. Or just clasp the knee, look over your right shoulder, and breathe. And turn your head back. And then come undone. Extend your left leg out along the earth and bring your right heel in. Again, we're going to sit tall, but this time we're going to twist. So we'll bring our hands on either side of our extended leg and twist with a little gentle effort here. Core engaged, twist and fold. And then you're aiming for kind of coming to the outside of this leg here. You're not folding in, but we're twisting over this leg here. And breathe. And then I'll go ahead and come on back up. And now we're gonna draw our left foot around our right thigh. Extend that bottom leg if you'd like. Sit tall. Put your left hand behind you, right hand to the sky, and hook your thigh and look to the left. Or kind of like twist and hook and re-straighten here. And breathe length. And exhale, twist. Go ahead and turn your head back to center and come undone. Extend your left leg out now along the earth and draw your right heel into your midline. Sit tall. I think I'm doing the opposite. Extend your right leg out along the earth. And your left heel comes into your midline. I apologize. Twist over your right knee and fold for Janushirshasana. Always try to remember with these forward folds to come forward with a long chin, long spine, keeping length in your low back so you're not trying to round there. And then inhale, come back on up. And we're going to do a little Baddha Konasana here. So, soles of the feet touch and they press together very strongly. You can bring your hands behind you to lift up, maybe come closer to your feet. Roll those shoulders onto your back. Keep your feet, the binding, but you can kind of let them open. And then inhale, chin lifts, and you can come forward to whatever degree works for you. And breathe there. And now go ahead and come back on up. Knees together. And let's prepare now to roll down onto our backs. And we'll go ahead and start with the bridge here. So your fingertips will about touch your heels. And just already begin to lightly roll your shoulders under you. And then from here, you can either grasp the outside edge of your mat and use that to help lift your chest. Keep rolling your shoulders under your back, or lift your hips and clasp your hands under your bum and roll your shoulders even more. Back of the head firmly pressing into the earth. Lift your toes and press those hips high. And breathe. If you'd like to engage in a fluid bridge here, maybe open the feet a little bit wider and allow dips and rolls in the pelvis. Anything that calls to you or feels nice. Or just statically remain holding the toes lifted. And then remove the hands and lower gently all the way back down. You can extend one leg out. Draw your right knee into your right armpit and pause and breathe here. And then begin to draw your knee over to the opposite armpit and pause. Extend your right arm out. Hook your foot in your knee crease and just continually draw that knee over for a little twist here. And then inhale, come back to center. Send that right leg out along the earth now. Draw your left knee into your left armpit. Pause and breathe here. Draw that knee over to your right armpit and pause and breathe here. Extend that left arm out along the earth. Hook your right toes in your knee crease and draw that right knee over. Another twist. Look to the left. And come back to center. Knees as wide as the mat. Cactus the arms and then tick-tock the knees off one way and the other. Several rounds. And then bring your hands to your knees. Completely make sure you're laying flat, head flat, and then our knees are pulling in right now into my chest, but I'm gonna pull them away, holding on, straightening the arms. Hug the knees in, press them away. Now, grab for the outside edges of your feet. Draw your knees down towards the outside of your torso. Happy baby. Roll around if it feels nice. Otherwise, just statically hold. And breathe. And then give yourself a hug into a little ball. Hold your breath. Squeeze your muscles tight, tight, tight. And you cannot hold it any longer. We're going to release out into Shavasana. Let the feet rolling out and the palms turn up. Shoulders gently roll under you. And just take time to let yourself sink in here. Let go of the breathing and the doing, and allow an integration happen here. You can place something under your knees or have them knocked in. Find your Shavasana shape, and I will sit and hold space for the next several minutes, and I will guide you out in just a few. If you're ready to come out, please invite small movement back to your body. Take a deep breath in, and otherwise stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. And roll to your right side. Take another breath. And then use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. Thank you for practicing with me, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful time here at the lake in the desert. So amazing. I love it. Till next time, have a beautiful day. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you.